Hi, I'm Megyn Kelly, and one thing you might not know about me is I am an aspiring guitar player. I don't play very well. I've been taking lessons for about 15 years, so it might be time to accept that I wasn't really cut out for this, but really I just want to play a little John Denver for my kids, and I'm there. I'm good on that. I freaking love Judge Judy. She's the bomb. First of all, I love how she doesn't suffer fools gladly. If you're a moron, she'll call you a moron. I can relate to that. But I also love that she has a softer side. I've interviewed her, and she's sort of like a Jeep, tough but cute. I've met many celebrities and well-known people in the course of my work, and there is only one celebrity photo I have in my office, and that is my photo with Judge Judy. Well, when I went in to meet with Roger Ailes, I was a cub reporter. I'd only been in the business for 9 months, I think, part-time. I had no idea whether I would get this job or not, and he took a chance on me. I know people who don't know much about Fox think that Roger Ailes calls us in and gives us Republican talking points to make sure. That's all BS. What he has done with me over the years is call me in there to say, maybe you could connect better with the audience if you let down some of your armor. Maybe you could slow down in your delivery. You can see I still have some work to do there. So stylistically, he's supported me, and obviously when the whole Trump thing hit, he was very supportive of me as well. You know, sometimes it's hard because you kind of have to punch them in the face, and you might like them personally. The nature of the job is they've done you a service by showing up for the interview. So you don't really want to do it, but sometimes you just have to. It is literally my job to ask tough questions. Last week I went down and I interviewed Senator Ted Cruz and I interviewed Marco Rubio. This is at a town hall setting. This is at a setting that includes only their fans. So these people look at you and they say, go easy on him, Megyn, be gentle. And I have to turn around to them and say, that's not my job. They don't pay me to be gentle with these guys. Well, I think this is the year of the disruptors. Trump and Sanders are latching on to a huge body that is just so unhappy, and certainly on the Republican side, angry. And they don't care that they're going to blow up the Republican Party if that's the end result they're choosing. That's how angry they are and how abandoned they feel by the current leadership and the current power structure. Parts of covering the election are very enjoyable. I love going out there in the debates. I like these town halls. I love these big nights where you're face to face with the candidates and you have a real role in developing the race. What people know about these guys, how they handle themselves under pressure. I will say the downside to it is every time there's an election year, the country gets more divided and the vitriol rises up. And I am not immune from that in my job. I see Facebook and Twitter and very unfortunate messages and nastiness, and I wish it weren't so. I wish we could all do our jobs and press each candidate and not have it deteriorate to the personal. So it's going to be a memoir about, certain things that have happened to me in my life, but it's also going to talk about my own values and how they relate to what we see in our country today, and how I feel some of the values that we all grew up with, people of my age, are slipping away. The University of Missouri, for example, they actually encourage their students right now to call the campus police if someone says something they find insulting. I grew up in a household where you're insulted all the time. It was good for me. You have to have a thick skin. We can't raise our kids in this environment in which they have no negative incoming because it doesn't prepare them for the world. You have to prepare your kids for what's real. And I think that doesn't include calling law enforcement if someone says something that upsets you. You need to develop coping skills. So this is just one of the examples that you'll probably see in the book and the kind of thing I want to talk about. I feel like what we're doing here is our human connections. That's why we're on this earth for however long we get. And it's about how you connect with other people. It's about our shared experience. For whatever reason, we were all placed on this earth at this time. And you see the Rocky Mountains and you see the Atlantic Ocean and you have a moment where you realize this is our time. I don't know why I've been placed with all these people here right now for this generation. But shouldn't I connect with them and understand what drives them, what makes them happy and what makes them sad, and how we can, further bond with one another. I don't think it's the divisiveness of politics. That's what I don't like about politics. And I get it, I know it's a rough business, trust me. But I never thought that I would wind up in a job that was all politics. And that's a lot of what cable news does, and it's certainly what we do right now when we're in election season. And while it serves a great service, don't get me wrong, it can be uncomfortable, it can be hostile, it can appeal to our, worst demons as opposed to our best angels.